I wanted to make a video to talk about Maggie cubes, also known as seasoning cubes. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's little cubes right here. They may also look like this. I just pulled this from my pantry. I wanted to do a video to talk about these cubes that have become like part of the African cuisine. Cameroon, let me speak for myself, Cameroon. It now seems like we cannot imagine cooking anything without putting these little cubes in them. I don't understand how we came here, but I wanted to make a video to talk about just some things to consider before you put this in your pot of soup. And my hope is you get the knowledge. My hope is to give you some information and then you can make your own decision whether you want to continue using these or not, or whether you can work on reducing how much seasoning cubes you put into your diet. Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time coming across my channel, hello and welcome. My name is YAJE, and on this channel I do try to promote everything healthy living. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing so that each time I share a new video you don't miss out on anything, and then you also help support my channel grow. You help support me spread my message with the world. Have you ever wondered what they put into these little cubes? What is in here? Have you ever wondered? So Maggie cubes or beef cubes, seasoning cubes, give them any name. The the major ingredient is known as monosodium glutamate, or MSG. Several years ago, they say maybe 100 years ago, some scientists in Japan succeeded to extract something from seaweed called glutamic acid. And glutamic acid has this taste, and actually it's the fifth taste. We have sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and then the fifth one is umami. Umami is that tastes like meat, you know. So glutamic acid has this umami taste, which is why many people like to add Maggie cubes into their whatever they're cooking to give it that umami, that other taste that Africans like to describe as the chop the sweet. When you hear somebody say that chop the really sweet, they're not talking about sweet as in salty or sweet as in sugary. What they're describing is that umami flavor. Maggie cube is that glutamic acid that was originally isolated from seaweed in natural form, and then scientists, they took it to the lab, they added sodium to it. Now it's called monosodium glutamate, and for MSG, and that is the manufactured form. In the pure form, it is crystalline. It is white and crystalline, as in Ajinomoto. If you've heard about Ajinomoto, that is pure crack MSG. I'm sure they add other things to it to give us Maggie cubes, because pure MSG does not have this color. I think they add other things to it, we don't know. But the main ingredient in beef cubes or Maggie cubes is that monosodium glutamate. Now, is MSG good for you? Is it bad for you? If you go to Dr. Google and ask that question, you're gonna get several answers, controversial answers, many different kinds of answers. But I always say the best experiment is the one that you carry on yourself. Is the N equal to 1 experiment? What is your body telling you about MSG? Let me just say this. If I tell you to go off Maggie cube for 1 month or 21 days, and I have you quaking in your boots, then you are addicted to Maggie cube, and maybe you really need to do that Maggie cube detox. Is it good or is it bad for you? It's very controversial. Some people say it's good, some say it's bad. It depends on who is speaking. Actually, the United States government, the FDA, says MSG is generally safe. But here's what we also know about MSG. I'm going to read from the book Food, What the Heck, written by Dr. Mark Hyman. He is an integrative medicine doctor, and he's into functional medicine and all of that. So here's what he has to say about MSG. And he says things to keep out of your food. And one of them is anything with monosodium glutamate, otherwise known as MSG. Even though the FDA says it is safe, it's an excitotoxin. a neurotransmitter that is known to kill brain cells. Take note. He says, we associate it with Chinese cuisine, but food companies use it in many items without our knowledge. They even try to hide its presence, calling it, listen to this, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, natural flavorings, and even simply spices. Spices? Tricky, right? And the worst news, it induces, listen to this very carefully. The worst news, it induces hunger and carb cravings. So you eat more and more of it. And here's the last thing he has to say. It's what they give to lab rats in experiments to fatten them up. I rest my case. If that does not convince you to just maybe get off Maggie cubes for a little, then I don't know what else. It is an excitotoxin. It kills your brain cells. It's what they feed to lab animals to fatten them. The third thing, it induces carbohydrate cravings. Okay, those three reasons, and for me, it's enough to periodically take a break off of Maggie cubes. I'm not saying you would never have Maggie cubes again, but what I'm saying is that maybe you consider just doing a reset. I believe in elimination diet. Sometimes you just take one thing out and then see how you feel, how your body reacts, because other people have reported like headaches, asthma. Maybe the headaches that you have could be caused by the Maggie cubes. Who knows? Just take it out of your diet and see how you feel. And remember, the tongue can be trained. I know right now you cannot imagine any food without MSG or Maggie cubes in it, but the more you stay off of it, your tongue is going to adapt. You're gonna start actually tasting food the way food was meant to taste. Maggie cubes is making a lot of cooks very lazy now, because you can put together anything and then just throw in Maggie cubes and fix the flavor, and everybody think you are a good cook. Meanwhile, it's the Maggie that is speaking. It's not you. The question that I often get when I say take out Maggie cubes is, oh my God, I'm gonna eat bland, boring food. No. Take out MSG, but you can still have regular salt. You can have salt, preferably sea salt or Himalayan pink salt if you can lay your hands on. But if not, regular iodized salt is fine. You can still have salt. Let me say that again. You can use a lot of spices, a lot of herbs, thyme, rosemary, all the herbs to flavor your food, In Cameroon or in Africa, we have what is known as shrimp powder or crayfish. That is a great way to season your food without having to use Maggie cube. You can use lemons or balsamic vinegar. You can add some of that sour taste to foods. It makes it taste good as well. And here's my own personal theory about MSG. When you add MSG to whatever you're eating, it makes it taste so good artificially. MSG makes food taste way better than they are supposed to taste, otherwise known as it makes foods hyper palatable, which makes you eat and eat and eat and keep going back for seconds, even past the point of you are satisfied or you're no longer hungry. And you know that when you eat way more than you need, when you eat because you're not hungry, just because the food is sweet, quote unquote, sweet in African parlance is umami, you keep eating and you keep going back for seconds, you bypass your hunger satiety signals. Like your body may be telling you, oh, you've had enough, but you're not able to even pay attention to those signals because the food is hyper palatable because you've added the Maggie cubes. So when you take out Maggie cubes from your diet, from your cooking, you are able to just eat just enough. You're able to stop when you've had enough food. When you do take out Maggie cubes or work to reduce that, then you can start eating more things that don't need Maggie cubes in the first place, as in salads, right? You don't need any Maggie cubes in salads. It will force you to eat more vegetables, as in smoothies. Go on that challenge and take the Maggie cubes out for 21 days and see what happens. Many have tried and they've come back to testify that they survived. And not only did they survive, they continue to reduce Maggie cubes from their diet. maybe only put it in foods like Eru, and even so in a reduced amount, and figure out other ways to improve on the flavor. With that, I've come to the end of this video. I hope I have convinced you to give it a try, I hope I have given you enough reasons to just get off Maggie cubes for a while. If you can't do it for 21 days, maybe give yourself a 7-day challenge, a 10-day challenge. Any progress is better than no progress at all. I know you can do it. It is not that bad. The tongue can be trained. I thank you all for watching. If there's any comments, any questions, anything that was not clear, talk to me in the comment section below. And thank you all for your support. I will catch you in my next video. Stay safe. Bye, guys.